Hey guys, and welcome back to a new project on this channel. And as you could see in the title, we are doing the full F2 2019 season. I actually did this on F1 2019 on my German channel, where I did a whole season with Mahavira Gunnathan, the Indian driver who was popular for getting a lot of penalty points. I actually won a championship. So those were good times, but I want to try out the F2 in the F1 2020 game as a little preparation for the 2020 season, where it actually comes out. Hopefully it's September somewhere, would be nice. And as you could see in the title, we are using a Prema driver. We have the choice between Mick Schumacher and Sean Gelael, the Indonesian driver, who's currently out with an injury. We are going to pick Sean Gelael. I want to just have some fun with him, just do a whole championship with him, and maybe even getting him to the title. Why not? I did it with Gunnathan. Might get the chance to do it with Sean Gelael. So yeah, this looks quite interesting. And just a little note: I'm not doing the full qualifying because this is not realistic at all. You only have got one set of soft tires and a set of medium tires there, so this is not realistic, but I might do a separate video about it in the future. What is definitely wrong with the F2 mode in this game? Well, anyway, those were the settings. No assists. We're pulling up the AI to 107 for Bahrain, and yeah, it's time to move on to the circuit. And there we are on our full lap with the F2 car. And as you can see, it is dark, so it's qualifying time. And I have to be honest, this was actually my first lap in an F2 car after a little while. I have used the F2 car in F1 2019 on PC for the last time, and before then I've driven the car in Assetto Corsa a lot, where it is actually much better, I have to be honest. I actually feel some more grip in that car, but this could be just a matter of preference. Anyway, here's the lap. Yeah, okay, the first sector wasn't that good. 3/10 behind Jack Aiken. Second sector looks a bit better. Just need to get a perfect feel for the car. And in the moment, it is a bit wonky. Some corners are decent, but then we have corners where we just lose a lot of time. So trust isn't there. But it might come over the weekend. We have 2 races. Let's don't forget that. We have a feature race and a sprint race as well. So keep an eye on that. And if you are not familiar with the rules with the sprint race, for the sprint race we will reverse the grid from top 8. So if you are at least on P8, this would be a little success, because we might have a chance of getting a podium then, because we are starting from pole position then. And of course you get less points in the sprint, because the distance isn't as long as in a feature race. Anyway, our final corner we come, and currently looks like P14. Come to the starting line, it's P15. Should be P15 at least. Or is there someone who has bumped us behind? Nope, we are on P15. The KFC bucket, just a signal of Sean Gelael.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top 3. Aiken, Ilott and Jordan King. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action, and until then, goodbye. Welcome one and all to the 2019 Formula 2 World Championship. A new season and a new lineup of drivers hungry to make their mark on the world of motorsport. Some new names and some returning favourites, all here to stake a claim on the championship title. Bahrain represents an exceptional 3.36 miles of racing. Lots of opportunities to overtake throughout its 15 corners. Now, this track has a reputation for being brutal on the rear tyres, so keep an eye on how these young drivers manage their rubber. Strategy here could ultimately determine the winner of this race. Davide, you're a three-time winner around here in 1 week, I believe, back in 2012. How on earth do you make the tyres last around this racetrack? They degrade so quickly.
To be honest, the key to the race is having a good start so you can get your car into a good position. Then save the tires as much as you can and push just at the end.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. An immense lap from Jack Aitken yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Callum Ilott in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have King, Hubert, Guan Yu Zhou, and Matsushita, De Vries, Giotto, Alesi, Juan Manuel Correa, Schumacher, Latifi, Dorian Boccolacci, and Delatraz, Gelael, Mazepin, Calderon, and Sergio Sette Camara. Raghunathan and Ralph Boschong completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Well then, there we are on the starting grids, and I'm actually super excited to start this project, but here I wasn't sure how to do the strategy, if I should go for the alternative one, or if I should just stick it with the normal one, so soft medium, because I haven't really felt that much confidence in the pace. Yeah, I'm really honest with that. I'm not confident. I've not got enough confidence in the pace to be competitive, at least for now. We see some familiar names here. We see Latifi just 3 places ahead. We see Louis Delatraz alongside. I wonder what this kid will do in the 2020 season. I have no idea. I've heard he should sign for a certain new team, which might join in part of the My Team mode, so yeah, I have no idea what this kid is doing, so you're asking too much for me. So, here we are then, Bahrain. It is actually now clear here. We are, I think, now midday or afternoon, and yeah, actually one thing which is pretty harsh on this car is actually tire wear, especially in the softs. And especially in the rear tires, if you have a poor getaway for a wheel spin. That's the thing you need to watch out to not have that much wheel spin. Because if you do, you're mostly screwed. And this isn't good. So, at least in the moment, our tires are actually warm enough. So should be enough. Oh, we do it again! I can't believe it! What is it with me and fails during the formation lap? I mean, it's just like Mattia has just called us and just said Spinella. And we just do it out of order. Amazing. What is it? I can't explain it. I'm really honest here. I can't explain it. So someone else needs to do this. I mean, I can't believe it. Why am I doing this? So, this is weird. And, yeah. Might be a bad sign for the race. Oh, look at the car here. Really oversteery. Which, actually, I have to be honest, I like oversteer at a certain degree. If it helps you with entering a corner. Because it's actually much better than understeer. Or something like that. I like it to brake late. Have a little bit of oversteer and just go into the corner. Pretty nice indeed. So... yeah, let's hope the car feels like that, because then we have a good chance for points. The starting grid will be up now, and I would say let's go for the race. And there we are then, 20 young drivers here in the grid. The F2 2019 season gets underway, and Deltras looks to have a good start. We have a terrible getaway. Mazepin has a good start. Everyone has a good start behind us. Even the Lord himself. We have a dreadful getaway. We move to the inside line to gain some positions back. We are back up to P15 maybe. Look at that 3 wide going there. Was Correa, Deltras, Boccolacci. Look at Mazepin. He repasses us. So he's back at 15th. So interesting start here. Oh, look at Mazepin. We nearly hit his back. But now side by side into the 4th corner. But we get it together. And we are ahead of Mazepin now. Entering sector 2. It's a pretty tight sector with some shit corners, I should say. Look at Correa there. He's really slow. We use this as an advantage. And we are up a place again. We're up to P14 now. Which is really good for us. I have to be honest there. Really good there. Eilert is leading at the moment. So good start there by the hot young driver. Who is actually one of the title favorites here in this game, I believe. And also real life on the 2020 season. Look at the dive from here. Can we make the move against Boccolacci? Yes, we can. We are up to P13 now. And now we're behind our future teammate, Louis Delatraz. So the Swiss driver here also not really performing that well. This could be a sign of things to come. So, yeah. Keep an eye on that. We're up to lap 3. And we might go for dive. Delatraz goes a bit defensive. But he did defend enough. And we are up a place again. But we have a little... Oh, we had to correct the car. Because I've accelerated a bit too harsh. Look at Boccolacci there. He's profiting from it. He's profiting from it. I'm very sorry for that. Look at Boccolacci there. Can he even make another place there against us? No, he can't. He wasn't that close enough. And he has to stick behind us, actually, for now. So, lap 4 now. We see Boccolacci behind. Brake a bit late to get the corner. Oh, braked a bit too late. Which is not good. But we keep it together and we are ahead of Boccolacci. At least for now, but there's a second DRS zone. We defend against Boccolacci. We are now on the inside line. Does he tries it around the outside here in corner 4? No, he doesn't. But at the front, we have a nice battle there between Schumacher and Latifi. So our teammate is also defending quite well. Or is he attacking actually? I don't know. I think he's defending against Latifi. And this could be an interesting fight. For good positions. There's a yellow flag ahead of us. There's a car staying there. It's Jordan King. He had a good qualifying there. But now he's out of the race. So MP Motorsport will likely take 0 points this weekend. Because it has the Lord Mahavir in the second car. And King won't pass, I think, 12 cars there. In the sprint. Look at that dive bomb against Alesi. I was tired of staring in this in the way of this trident. So we are passing Alesi there. We're up to 10th. And that means 1 point actually for now. Which is quite good for the start of the season. And we can always use points to advantage. And Boccolacci once again profiting from it. This guy really profits from my dive bombs. That's incredible. And that's a bit idiotic for me because I don't want it to happen. But now we are entering lap 6, but we are now entering the pit lane as well because we're going for the undercut attempt against Latifi, against Schumacher, and to get some clean air and to have not the pressure from behind from Boccolacci. This could work out because we have, as I said, free air, but we need the tires to work quickly and not just come on or find the pace way too late. So that's a critical thing now. That's the thing for the first races. We need to learn these tires to make the most of it. I mean, it's a different game. It's not like 2019. So in 2019 I would have understood the tires maybe a bit more. And this is a bit critical now in 2020. The F2 cars feel different here in this game. I would say a bit better. Because now we can actually accelerate much better, in my opinion, than 2019. Which is the case with every single car in this game, which is good. but which also ruins the potential 2019 had. But look at Giotto there. Giotto has lost a lot of time there. So whatever happened to him, it has costed him dearly. We are driving the fastest lap of the race so far with a 41.5. We are passing Boccolacci. There's Latifi ahead. Can we actually make the move against Latifi there? Side by side in corner 2. We're not close enough, I think. We had to cut the corner there. And Latifi staying ahead for now. But Giotto is also defending against Latifi. But I think he's lost the spot against Mick Schumacher. Or to say Michael for some reason. But anyway, Latifi defends quite well actually now. So this is good. We are staying at P10 for now. But this race isn't over yet. Guys, be prepared for some nice fights here in the F2 class. Like it's always the case. And look at Boccolacci there. He tries it there. Around the outside he goes. Can this work out? No, it doesn't. He has to defend. He has to yield once again. We are defending quite well. And this is all we need to do for the rest of the race. To gain at least a point. But we want the pole position for the sprint race. Look at the dive over against Latifi there. Look at it. Wow. I think he didn't saw that one coming. He just hit us on the side pod. Let's hope he hasn't got any sort of damage there, which would be quite bad. And I would really feel sorry for him if he would have lost a front wing there. It was my intention to ruin his race. I just want to pass him, which I did. And now we are passing Giotto maybe. We go for the attack. And we are now alongside him. We are actually ahead of him now. Yes, that means pole position for the sprint race. And that's a good sign for us to keep up the pace now. Can we actually improve now our pace during the rest of the race? Because Mick Schumacher has actually improved. He's the quickest guy in the circuit. Where does he come from? Where the fuck does Luca Giotto come from? Mate! How? I didn't expect that one. Look at that! Giotto just sprayed out of nowhere and he just found the space there, to be fair. And he made the move stick. So he's learned a lot from my tactics. So good job there, Luca. I have to be honest, he did it well. And look at Eilert and Schumacher trading the fastest laps. This is interesting to see. But now it's our turn again against Luca Giotto. So it's round 2 here. We go for the attack again. Giotto is defending that much. Just like he did in the first round. But now we are once again ahead. Can we actually defend the position now? And this will be race critical now. Giotto has the DRS. So now we need to defend. We go side by side in the corner 4 again. And this is critical now. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. And this is good. This is what we need for the pole position. That's really good indeed. Eilert is driving the fastest lap of the race again. And can Schumacher respond again? And it doesn't look like it. No, he doesn't. We're now moving up to the final lap of the race. Nothing really happened then. Eilert once again driving the fastest lap of the race. Jeez, that guy is on fire. Whilst Eilert wins, we come home to take a 8th place. 8th place in our first race in the season with Sean Gelael. That's not too bad, I would say. That's actually quite good for the first race.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
That's it for another race and a fantastic win for Charus. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think they kept a cool head. That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything bad that happened to them, they handled it calmly and professionally. That's what let them focus on getting the best out of everything else. The car, the strategy, they managed to keep out of trouble the whole way around.
Looks like they're on their way out onto the podium now, and what a result this is. A popular one with the crowd as well. Great stuff to see the Charus team on top here today. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Callum Ilott takes over the lead of the drivers' championship after that excellent result. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
I have to give it to Sean Gelael. Consistency, good battles, sensible driving. He can be pleased with that performance today.
And here's how things are shaping up in the teams' championship. Charus moved to the top of the table. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
What an incredible race there in the F2 class. But now we need to have a look into the race results there, as usual. And as you know from my career mode videos. So we see Ilott in P1, ahead of Antoine Hubert. Good result there by the Frenchman. Ahead of Aiken and Guan Yuzhou, the best of the... No, not the best of the rookies. Then we have De Vries, Matsushita, Schumacher, Gelael P8. We see Giotto, Latifi in the points. Then we have Broccolacci, Delatras, Calderon P13. What the fuck? We have Correa, Mazepin, Seti Camera, Boschung, Ragunathan, and Alesi in last. Here's the championship. Nothing special. Ilott's leading. I have Aiken. And there you see the team standings. Prema currently P6. So that's okay, I would say, for the beginning. But the sprint race could be good, because it is a Prema 1-2. So if we keep the pace up, we might help the team to claim some important points.
Welcome one and all to the 2019 Formula 2 World Championship. A new season and a new lineup of drivers hungry to make their mark on the world of motorsport. Some new names and some returning favourites, all here to stake a claim on the championship title. Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully. So I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
And there we are then again. It's time for the sprint. And yeah, just for a little explanation here for this race format. In the feature race, you need to do a pit stop after lap 3, I believe. And here, in the sprint race, you don't really need to do pit stop. So you can just drive until the end with one set of tire. But what is really important here is tire management. And if you've got a poor tire management, you might lose out and you will have a poor race. I mean, we are seeing it this year. We have so many pit stops there in the sprint because the tires are not holding up. And this makes everything really interesting. And that's why I'm fairly honest here and I'm saying that the F2 is really interesting to watch. Because you have many different favorites there. And everyone could win. Okay, except for Trident, but that's another case. This team is just shit. Same goes Javier. And yeah, so actually F2 should get some more recognition by Codemasters, because I mean, you've noticed some little issues there with the AI and with some races from the others, or pace differences between the others. I mean, Calderon never is able to finish in P13 on merit. That's never the case. I'm 100% sure she will never be able to. And why does she even finish there in P13? That's ridiculous. And Rakunathan wasn't even lapped, or even close to being lapped. You got the gist, hopefully. Which is, you see, there's so many flaws with that F2. I could just talk about it for days. So actually, Codemasters really need to get their act together and fix this F2. I'm fairly honest. I mean, this is good content. Don't waste it. Just like the classic cars. I mean, they have done it already. I mean, they are nice to drive, but they could have done so much more with it. So that's really disappointing. But now it's time for the sprint race, and what I'm gonna say now is, sit down, grab your snacks or whatever you have alongside you, and enjoy this race. And we'll see you soon when the lights go on.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
And there we are then, the lights go on. 4 lights, 5 lights, and the lights are off. And we are away for the sprint race. We haven't got the best start again, so we really need to practice these starts. Matsushita has a good start. Same goes to Guan Yushu, I believe. Look at Aiken there, he's also trying to pass us. De Vries has got a terrible getaway. Look at Aiken there, we are nearly losing 5 positions. Or 4 positions in fact now. I just can't do maths properly, and I have it at my A-levels this school year. But anyway, that's another topic. But now we are defending against Aiken successfully, and we are still in P4, but it's still a terrible start. We're looking at the back of the field. We have the view of Jordan King in his MP Motorsport car, and we see what he's done. So coming to first corner, what is King doing? What is the Lord even doing? He's hitting Mazepin. So what are the MP guys doing there? John King just ruined his race because he just hit the Lord. What the fuck is he doing? Donkey. Just an absolute donkey there. I mean, seriously, this is unbelievable. And look at the deficit of the pace in the straight line, which is ridiculous. I've noticed that already in the feature race, but I didn't want to talk about it. Ooh, nice save. I've noticed that I've really got no pace on the straights whatsoever. Look at that. I mean, you've seen it before. I just can't catch them in the straights. That's unbelievable. So either my setup is completely broken, or it's just me, being me, or the game is at fault. And Jordan King now, at the back, is driving the fast lap of the race, so he is trying everything he can to get the fast lap. He won't get the points, but anyway, he's just doing it anyway. So we see King driving in the back pretty quietly. But there's another issue with the F2 class. I mean, there are way less battles than real life. I've noticed that as well. I mean, normally the F2 drivers would just be completely crazy there and just drive like absolutely maniacs, especially in Spain. Look at Aitken there, however. He's going round the outside of us into the first corner. Can he make that work? No, he can't. And he has to yield, and he's staying behind us for a little while longer. But, I mean, he just has to attack us now, because we're really not that quick. There's a yellow flag up ahead. Yep, it is ahead. And who is it? Please don't let it be Mick. And see Matsushita and Shu. It's Schumacher! It's Schumacher! Incredible! It's indeed Mick Schumacher, our own teammate. Would you believe it? And he deploys his safety car. My goodness me! So unlucky for the team. And that's unbelievable. We get a safety car because Mick Schumacher's car has gone on strike. That's typical Mick Schumacher there. Unbelievable. He could have won that race, I'm fairly sure. So unfortunate. But this promotes us to third, which looks good for us for a neat podium. In the first race weekend, in the sprint race. I mean, we need to improve our pace anyway, but this is a good indicator of things to come. The safety car's coming in anyway. Matsushita is leading, just like in Spain in real life in 2020. And then we see Shu in second. We messed up the restart. Just need to keep an eye on Aitken there. Or I think he messed it up as well. I think he did, because he isn't able to pass us. He isn't even fast enough on the straights. But please let them two ahead fight within each other. This might be good for us, because then we might have the chance to win the race even, which would be even better for Prema. But on merit, I doubt that we can win. So, yeah, that's the thing with our pace. We aren't quick enough. We have to hope for a miracle, but the miracle didn't came, and that's it. We're coming through the final corners. Matsushita wins. Shu finishing in second. And then we come home to take third place out of nowhere.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
Carlin have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
The safety car made a big difference today, there's no doubt about it. I can't be certain, but it would have been a very different race and probably Podium 2 without it. What I do know is that they came out of that situation in a favorable position. The safety car really does alter the balance of the race.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Carlin team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their driver walks out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team. And now, let's take a look at the driver's stand. It was not the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Dorian Boccolacci. He did a cracking job of moving through the field. Just a very good race.
On to the teams then. Uni Virtuosi moved to the top of the table. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
So an unbelievable race here. Okay, let's be honest, the sprint race wasn't really that spectacular. But anyway, let's have a look at the race results. So Matsushita has won the race out of Guan Yu and Sean Gelael. And then we have Aitken, Hubert, Giotto, Boccolacci in 7th, and De Vries dropping down to 8th place. My god. Then we have Latifi, Eilert, poor race by that guy. Then we have Delatraz, Calderon 12th, I'm done. Then we have Camera, Mazepin, Correa, Raikkonen ahead of both Tridents. Are you for real? Maravilla Raikkonen. Oh my goodness me. But anyway, let's have a look at the championship, and it is quite close. We have Ilot and Aiken with 27 points, then we have Matsushita down with 2 points, at least with a gap of 2 points, then we have Hubert and Sho 3 points behind, then we have ourselves in 6th place, and we have a little gap to Guanyu Zhou, so we are leading the best of the rest so far, and Prema stays in 6th place after the unfortunate engine failure for Mick Schumacher. So anyway guys, that's it, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed that one. I will try to and bring this every week, maybe once or twice if I have enough motivation, but we will see about that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, then please drop a like and then subscribe for more, and we'll see you soon for another episode of the Sean Gelael F2 Championship in 2019. So see you soon.